And that's the end of this extended news. If we have any further information on the jumbo jet disaster or the hostage negotiations in Beirut, we'll bring it to you here on BBC One. And there'll be full reports in our news programmes tomorrow, starting with breakfast time at 10 to 7. From me, good night.
Because of that extended news, programmes for the remainder of the evening will now be running approximately 5 minutes later than billed. In a moment, Birdwatch. Then at 9:45, That's Life searches for a song for summer in London's Covent Garden. In the first of a new series of choices at 10:30, Norman St John Stevens asks, is the price of life ever too high? A question which is particularly relevant to families like the Duffys of Redditch, whose baby son Jonathan has an incurable liver condition. At 11:05, Anthony Burton continues his series on historic ships and maritime museums in The Past Afloat. And Fred Housego discovers some history on your doorstep at 11:30.
Good evening to you. Wouldn't it be lovely if we could trade this area of low pressure in for an area of high pressure instead, and then we'd get rid of this cool, unsettled weather and we might have a taste of summer. Unfortunately, that's not to be. In fact, that's not to be for the foreseeable future, because that area of low pressure is never going to move very far away. It's well and truly influencing our weather at the moment. A fairly cloudy night in store for most parts of the country. Bursts of rain as well, although later on in the night somewhat clearer weather will come into that southwestern corner. I don't think I need to comment as far as temperatures and winds are concerned, and tomorrow a pretty cloudy start to the day, I think, just about everywhere, and again there'll be some further outbreaks of rain scattered around as well, but hopefully, and very gradually as the day goes on, at least in the southern half of the country and maybe also in Northern Ireland, it will brighten up. You'll have some sunshine coming through from time to time as well. But having said that, it's not going to stay dry. There'll be some showers around, outbreaks of rain too. And the more northern part of the country, very little chance, I think, they're seeing any brightness, especially in the northeastern part of Scotland, where not only will it stay sort of cloudy with outbreaks of rain, it'll be pretty grey and misty as well. And that's going to be reflected in the temperatures, a quite cool 12 to 14 degrees Celsius. That's only around about the mid-50s Fahrenheit, and temperatures really nothing to write home about in other parts either. That's all. A very good evening.
Wimbledon on BBC Television. The world's leading tennis players wrestle for the ultimate title of Wimbledon champion, watched by the BBC's top commentary team. The rallies, the rows, the rich rewards, all part of BBC One and 2's exclusive coverage of the toughest test in tennis, with the best of the play in Match of the Day each evening on BBC One. World-beating Wimbledon, starting tomorrow on BBC Television.
Now on BBC One, Tony Soper looks back on 8 days of birdwatching on the Farne Islands.
That's the lighthouse on the Bass Rock,